joining us for more on this development is a lawyer representing families of Kenyan victims of the Ethiopian Airlines crash. He's also a member of the Kenyan Parliament. Welcome very much to coming in for us, Mr. Urungu. First of all, your reaction to this pledge from Boeing of $100 million for victims' families and their communities?
Negative. I suspect it's an intention to influence the jury with a view of once they go to court, they tell the jury, no, we are a good company.
So you see this in a negative light?
Yes, indeed.
And what does it mean exactly when Boeing says the money is to support the families and the communities of the victims? What does this mean exactly?
I can't tell for sure. They have not published the procedure. How are they going to identify them? How is that money going to be channeled? Maybe I would probably advise that should come from Boeing. And
would you say this in any way impacts or changes the quest for compensation for the victims? I know you're dealing with this.
No, at all. It only gives us more resolve to pursue them. It shows that indeed they know the award will be huge. If at all they can offer such kind of money, what of the kind of money they will be ordered by court to pay. I guess they are prepared for a huge claim. This was just a public relations scheme to hoodwink the jury to give them a more smaller verdict or award.
Do you think it is likely to influence the jury, though?
I hope the jury will see through the hoodwink and plots. And for me, I suspect, I have no doubt that the jury are good people. They are the man in the city bus. They are able to see through the dirty tricks of Boeing.
Okay, so you see it as a PR campaign, but obviously you've painted it in a dirty tricks light. It's more than 10 billion Kenyan shillings pledged. How would you say that's likely to affect the victims emotionally? And what are they telling you after hearing this announcement? How do they feel about it?
Nothing. For the victims, they want the matter to be adjudicated by the court. They have no doubt that the American legal system will be able to render a fair verdict, and therefore there are no emotions, no much reactions. What we have been told by the victims, we continue pursuing justice. It's not only an issue of money, it's also an issue of ensuring there is justice for the victims.
And talking about this money, how is it likely to be shared out among the 346 families and the communities of the victims of both of the airline tragedies?
We may have to await to hear more directions from the Boeing. I guess it is Boeing that can best give out the procedure of sharing.
Okay, so you don't know how that's going to be shared?
I can't really tell.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in and talking to us about this this sum that Boeing has pledged, $100 million for the victims' families and their communities. But of course, that's outside of the various legal cases ongoing. Mr. Irungu Kengata, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.